So just kind of showing you things that kind of help me raise my game just a little bit. I'm an average player, so just kind of things to help average players out. So go to your settings, go to camera. Dynamic high is the regular one's dynamic medium. Dynamic high it gets a little bit to get used to if you've never played it before. A couple of games, so if you're gonna play it offline, say like squad battles, definitely start off with squad battles or something. But dynamic high is so much better than dynamic medium. You can see where you're passing to. Your breakouts will be better. Your one timers will be better just because you'll be able to see a lot better. You can just see who's open. Honestly, I never really played dynamic high before, and as soon as I switch, I've gotten quite a bit better. I'm still like an average player. Obviously, I'm not a good player or anything like that, but honestly, this will definitely help you win a few more games than what you've been winning, or even if you've won a lot of games on the other one. Give it out, see what you think. Obviously, if you don't like it, change back, but give it a chance because honestly, for me, it really, really helped. So yeah, just take a look at the dynamic high. Let me know what you think and try it out. So we're gonna look at more strategies behind the net. Um, Overload, crash net. I use crash net behind the net the most. Overload, it's alright, but behind the net you actually do get some pretty good zone time if you use behind the net. I'm one who usually lacks in zone time, so I recently started to pick it up. Pass it back and forth a couple of times behind the net and then go out to the front. Usually you find someone open, probably about 50 to 60%. Not that you're going to score that many times, but you're going to find someone open if you do it right. I just started doing it, so I'm not the greatest at it. Block, you definitely want your guys to block it. I didn't have it on block before. It doesn't, the regular settings isn't block. But yeah, so 2 I have overload. I usually do crash the net here. And 3 behind the net. And 4 I don't think that matters. I have crash the net. So I like to kind of balance there. Gives a little bit of different look. You can always change it in game a little bit. So yeah, but behind the net, if you've never used it before, definitely try it out. It's definitely worthwhile doing. I've scored a few more goals the game now. Just better all around. Showing you the kind of strategies to use here. You do a 1-2-2 passive, 2-3. I do like 2-3. 1-2-2 passive kind of prevents them from like passing the puck up. Although there's ways around it. A lot of the players know how to kind of get around it. So 2-3, I kind of like. Neutral zone 1-4. Obviously, that's one guy up and 4 back. You're not gonna get this a lot unless you actually like park it in the neutral zone. If they're breaking out, it's mostly you're gonna have your players in there, but so that doesn't really matter. You kind of pick. I pick 1-4. 4-check, you're gonna have it all the way up to 6. Just puts a little bit of pressure on them, and if they're not used to a lot of pressure, or they just kind of pass the puck under pressure, sometimes you can pick the puck off. Offensive pressure, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of like how you break out. Conservative, standard, aggressive. You kind of pick here. Conservative, you can change it up throughout the game. Defense, this is like most crucial. I just recently went to protect net and collapsing, and honestly, unless the guy's hammering them from the point, which you can always switch it in the game, it's actually very good. It does very well. Kind of breaks up the passing from the one timer there, especially if you know, kind of like where they kind of predict where they're going to pass and all that. There's a huge box in front of your net. It's very hard to kind of hit the one timers, although it does happen. But definitely the best. Penalty kill, you do whatever you want. I got passive box. There's a large box diamond, but I put over power play, overload. You can do umbrella or shooting, whichever. I don't really matter about this carry it up. You're gonna carry it up or dump it in whether you choose to or not. You're gonna be the one with the puck. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's about it. Just make sure you have protect net and collapsing on. You can always change it throughout the game if it's not working, but if you have those on, honestly, I did it and it helped 100%. Maybe not 100, but so just looking here, find players you like. Obviously, the first 3 lines you're gonna try to get what players you want. The 4th line doesn't really matter. My centerman isn't very good at face-off, so but You obviously won't use that line as much. But find players you like. If you like smaller players, use smaller players. Even if the better guys tell you to use big. Patrick Kane here. He's only 5'11", but his shot's really good. His speed's really good. I like the way he skates. One of my favorite players, Clayton Keller, in the game. He's 5'10". Skating's really good. Shot's actually really good. 93, 92 over there. Great. I just love how he skates. He just seems like he skates a lot faster than everybody else on my team. Obviously, the 99 overalls you're gonna like no matter what, pretty much. But find the players you. I've had Ovechkin and Pasternak here for like probably about 2 months, a month and a half. I only started playing this game like 2.5 months ago, maybe 2 months, maybe 2 months actually. I don't even think it's been that long, maybe. But definitely find players you like. I got Kovalchuk here. He's bigger, I think, 6'3". Gretzky. I haven't used Lemieux yet, but the Gretzky card is absolutely unreal. I love the way he skates and plays. But don't be afraid to get smaller players if you want smaller players. Obviously, a lot of people get bigger players. Like look at Pasternak, 6 foot. I mean, it's still decently tall, but wrist shot 92 power, 97 accuracy. But obviously, I'm going for skating. 99 overall skating over here. Pasternak's got 99. I think all these players have 99. Horvat's 96. It's one of my slower players on the top 3 lines. And the 4th line, just kind of put like who you want. DeBrincat's face-off 78 is not the best, but his shot's pretty good. I actually do like the way he skates too. He's probably a little bit smaller too. 5'7". Look at that. So if you want smaller players, even though people say they like bigger players better, go get bigger players. Defense doesn't really matter. Like if you have stacked defense, it depends on how you play. Use the skill set. Definitely use the skill stick. But I had a 97 overall Chris Letang up here. I hated the way he played. Hated the way he skated. Maybe it was just the way I was controlling him. Carlson, I love Carlson. I love Dahlin. He's probably only 6 foot. 6'3", so I guess he is bigger. I think my defense is actually quite a bit bigger. Carlson's 6 foot. He's 6'3". If you don't have this guy, honestly, go get him. 98 skating. His shot's not that accurate, but if you're not using the defense all that much for shooting, Reborg, obviously he's expired. He's 5'11". Let's see who we got here. I think I used Fleury. Yeah, 6'3" Hayden Fleury. So my defense is actually quite a bit big. 6'3" Wilson. He seems to skate a little bit slower than you would think for a 96. And then Mike Reed 6'1". So yeah, but honestly, get who you want. My goalie here is Jacob Markstrom, 96. I've heard goalie doesn't really matter. Just kind of stick with one guy that you like. Don't need to spend too much money on like keep buying and selling goalies. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, just kind of get the players you want. Also, don't be afraid to buy and sell players. If you don't like the player, sell him. Don't keep him on your team if you don't like the way he shoots, the way he skates. He just doesn't play big enough, or he's just too slow. Just get rid of him. Sell him. Find other players. You can obviously go and look for cheaper players, more expensive players. But compare. If you want a 95, go to 95. Compare like 4 different prices and buy one. Try for the cheapest one, try for the most expensive, whatever you can afford, doesn't matter. But if you don't like the player, sell him. Doesn't really matter. Put him up for a decent price. Obviously look for what he's worth before you put him up against like other people selling him. Go like, if you want to sell him, 5,000-10,000 buy now price, lowest buy now price, try that. But yeah, just don't be afraid to buy different players and sell players. Well, if you want squad battles, my best rank is Elite 1. I can't really get into this. I don't play everyone on Superstar. Obviously, I got quite a bit left. Just finished that one. I played on an easy mode just to get points. This was obviously... Oh no, that was on Superstar. He was probably a bad guy. This was on All-Star. These will probably be Pro. But some decent... If you play as much as you can, some decent returns. You get 3 of each pack, 17,000. And we'll just go through them. If you play no games, there you go. You get a base pack. I mean, that's like one pro game right there. You get 2 pro games, you get past this. Like, they're really easy to get to. Even that 7,000, you get those. 11,000, that would be pretty good reward for 11,000. 16,000 right now, you get this. Some easy ways to get free cards right there. Also Rivals. Right now I haven't played too much Rivals since I've registered for the HUD Championship. See look at that. I got, forget how much I had. But if you want to sell them, there's a chance you get a good player. I ended up, this is my first time getting Diamond. I'm usually just Platinum because I don't play Rivals too much. I got 89 Manson, sold him for like 35,000. Other than that, I think I got 2 other players to sell. But look, you get double if you want untradeable. Just trade them in for gold collectibles, and then if you want, just 52,000 coin right there. If you get that, you can play as many times as you want. If you lose most games, you're still getting 150 to 200 coins. I mean, it'd take a long time, but you can get up to diamond even if you're not that good. Just keep playing games. I mean, you'll find players that you are better than, I would think. But just keep playing those games and you'll get up there. Here, look, Jumbo Premium Player Pack, Mega Pack. You get 2 times if you're not untradeable. I'll probably stay in Platinum this time. I don't really think I'm gonna game enough to get Diamond. 41,000 coin. That's really good. Even Bronze, you get Prime Pack, untradeable. That's if you don't even play. It looks like. Maybe if you lose 1 game, you play 1 game. A Premium Players Pack. A base pack, all untradeable. Jumbo Premium Player Pack, a Prime Pack. You get 2 of them. $27,000 if you don't. So yeah, just play these. Obviously, you don't have to play a lot to get decent returns. You're getting free packs. It doesn't really matter.